Today we're going to be reviewing a Canadian IMP or individual meal pack. This one is Menu No.1 Beans and Wieners from 2016. So let's go ahead and take a look inside of this. Here's the Beans and Wieners, the entree. You can see the ingredients on that. It's in English and French, and also the nutrition facts. It says a date code on it of 15147, the 5-digit date code. So this is a 2016 IMP, and the entree was packed on the 147th day of 2015. For the dessert we have, packed on the 196th day of 2015, sliced peaches. We also have standard hamburger bun. We have apple brown sugar crunchy cereal. We also have a grape sports drink, peanut butter. And we have strawberry jam, a Soldier Fuel real chocolate energy bar, Nescafe sweet and creamy, the long IMP spoon, the great IMP beverage bag with the gusseted bottom, a little packet of Tic Tacs, fresh mint, Frank's Red Hut, moist towelette, matches, and the IMP napkin. Now we'll go ahead and heat up the beans and wieners in some hot water, and while that heats up we'll check out everything else. And we'll start off with the sliced peaches. These are from Baxter's. It smells like your standard canned or in those little cups peaches. It seems to be looking a little bit on the dark side for something that's not even 3 years old, but it smells fine, and I'm anticipating it will be fine. The apple and brown sugar crunchy cereal just says to add hot or cold water to taste. I'm going to go with cold water. Alright, by mistake I opened up the hamburger bun while the camera was not turned on. I thought it was. So next we have the hamburger bun, which this is something that would actually be great to use with the beans and wieners to kind of sop up some of the sauce. But seeing as how we have both peanut butter and strawberry jam, I'm going to go ahead and make a little peanut butter and jelly sandwich out of these. Give the peanut butter a good knead. And we'll top that with some strawberry jam. So even though you already have a full-size entree, you kind of have almost a second meal here with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And the last thing to eat in here will be the Soldier Fuel bar. It has kind of a standard energy bar chocolatey smell. It definitely smells like chocolate, but it's not the most natural smelling chocolate around. And you can also see the little crispies in there. Give it a nice little crunch, a little bit extra texture. The grape sports drink says to add the contents to the beverage bag and mix with 250 milliliters of water. And give that a good shake. It's quite dark. That leaves us with our Nescafe Sweet and Creamy coffee. And that does indeed smell pretty sweet. It doesn't really smell much like coffee, but definitely has a sweetness to it. Now it smells like coffee. And that just leaves us with the star of the show. And it's got that smell of hot dogs and beans, or beans and wieners. It smells like camping. And there's your beans and wieners. That's pretty much what it looks like, and that's pretty much what it is. Like I said, it kind of smells like camping. I mean, this is a very classic type of a camping food. It's in a tomato-based sauce. I think the beans are having a lot to do with changing that. It's on a thick side. Let's try everything at once. And the wieners are actually a turkey sausage, according to the ingredients. Pretty good chunks. Not a ton of them in there, but the ones that are in there are good size. That's good. It's nothing gourmet or spectacular, but it really is a classic, sticks to your ribs kind of a hearty comfort food. And like I said, you think of when you think of camping. The beans are fine. The good baked beans, they have kind of a canned bean kind of flavor. Nothing to be surprised about, just like the pasta dishes and MREs taste like the Chef Boyardee. This tastes like it's pork and beans out of a can. The wieners, or hot dogs, or sausages, as it were, they're not quite as soft as I was expecting them. They're still not incredibly firm, but they have a little bit more to them than like a Vienna sausage kind of thing like you find in some of the other sausage-based IMPs and rations from some of the other countries. It's kind of bland on its own, the sausage. The beans actually have more flavor than the sausage does, I guess with the spices and the sauce. They go well together though, and yeah, I do like these. I like the overall package that you get from this. And since they did give us the Frank's Red Hut, let's just try a little bit of that. See how that changes things up. I don't think it needs it. The sausages themselves are a little bit on the bland side. If it was just the sausages, I would say it definitely needs something, some salt or some kind of a kick. But with the beans, it really is just fine. It has just enough flavor. It's not overpowering, but it's flavorful. Yeah, that basically makes it taste like Frank's Red Hut. So if you find this boring or just not really to your taste, you like hot sauce, it's definitely a way to go. Let me try a little of the 3-in-1 coffee while it's still hot. And that's actually quite tasty. It does seem to have extra sweetness beyond regular sugar, with the sweet and creamy. Almost like a caramel kind of a taste to it. Yeah, it's pretty good. Obviously, somebody who drinks black coffee is out of luck. They don't really have the choice to put in the cream or sugar or leave them out however they want. I'm going to try these peaches. As I said, they look a little on the dark side, but not too bad. And not surprisingly, they taste just fine. They're in this syrup. It's not too heavy. Adds a little bit of sweetness. Has some sugar in there. But it's basically closest you're going to get to having fresh fruit in a military ration. I also want to try this cereal. I think this is going to be pretty refreshing too. It's a good way to start your day for breakfast. But let's see what it tastes like. Yeah, I wouldn't say it has crunch. You can definitely feel the oats when you're biting into them. But I think if I had eaten it right away, it would be a little bit crunchier. But the lack of crunch doesn't take away from the flavor. It tastes really good. I'm guessing it has a little bit of dry milk in there. I think there's little pieces of apple, probably freeze-dried apple. Not a lot from the brown sugar. It has overall sweetness, but not overpowering. Like a lot of international rations, they don't overdo the sweetness. I do want to try the Soldier Fuel bar. And that's good. It's very chewy. Pretty much what you'd expect from an energy bar. And that chocolate flavor, while it's definitely on the imitation kind of side, it's not bad. And it has a lot of crunch with those little cereal bits in there. And it certainly packs a wallop, calorie and protein-wise. And actually, you know what? Since I didn't put this together yet, we can actually do a little bit of sopping up of the tomato sauce and the beans. That's good. I think you could even make a beans and wieners sandwich out of this if you wanted to. But since we're using everything, we have the peanut butter and jelly. We'll try that as a sandwich. That's good. The bread, or the bun, it's not as dense and kind of artificial seeming as U.S. wheat snack bread, but it's still quite dry on the dense side. And when you have the peanut butter in there, it does take quite a bit of chewing, and it does make you pretty thirsty. The strawberry jam sets it off nice, and so we'll finish up with the grape sports drink. And that's really good. It tastes like a Kool-Aid kind of a thing. Not exactly the same as the U.S. one, but not too much different either. It's still a pretty artificial grape flavor. That's pretty much everything eaten there, but we do need to try out these little Tic Tacs here. Just squeeze one out of there. That is the Fresh Mint Tic Tac. I'm not sure how familiar people are with Tic Tacs, but in the U.S., these are at every grocery store in the checkout line. And that's good. It's a nice little change up from the gum. Gives you basically the same flavor as the gum, but if you're getting gum with every meal, it's nice to get something that's like a mint instead of a chewing gum. Overall, I'd say everything was pretty excellent in this one. That was a look at a 2016 IMP, or individual meal pack from Canada. This is menu number 1, Beans and Wieners. Thank you for watching.